All right. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. Hold on just a second.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you. Just hold on.
Let's get it.
Thank you. Please announce yourself. All participants are muted. Entry and exit tones are off.
All right. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling incredible this morning. This is Haziq Ali. This is the first time we coming to you in the new year, baby, at the regular time. And I hope it feels good to you. I hope you feel inspired. I took my babies and we did like a whole goal setting exercise and accomplishment acknowledgement exercise. Y'all know about that? What you know about accomplishment acknowledgement? What you know about going through your year and kind of figuring out everything that you accomplished so you can pat yourself on the back a little bit. Anybody do that? Anybody go through and jot down their accomplishments? Anybody go through and do some accomplishment acknowledgement? Then the next part of the exercise we did was we set goals for this upcoming year. What are some things that you want to accomplish this upcoming year? Maybe you write down 10 accomplishments. Maybe you write down 10 goals for the upcoming year. Just an idea, just a suggestion. That ain't what this training is about, but I wanted to throw it out there in case somebody out there cares about being the best they can be. And of course, that's an inside joke. I know you wouldn't be here if you ain't care about being the best you can be. And I'm really glad that you're here. My name is Haziq Ali. For those that don't know, I am a revenue acceleration expert. And right now, I want you to check in and rep your city. Like, let them know where you're from. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Let them know where you're from and then give us a share. Share this thing on your timeline. I really appreciate those of you who share the trainings in the morning. We're going to start doing advertising and stuff, but as of now, we don't. So our only way of spreading the gospel, right? Spreading the good news, spreading some of these life-saving entrepreneurial hacks and cheat codes and tricks of the trade is you. If there's no you, there's no us. So we really appreciate everything you do to share what it is that we're doing. But it's check-in time. Let them know what city you checking in from. Yeah, what's up, Chelsea? Chelsea right here in Atlanta. We got Buffalo, New York in the house, right? We got Tallahassee, Florida up in here. Who else we got in here? While y'all are doing that, man, I just want to tell you, anybody else notice this Christmas season that these toys done come a long way? When I was a little kid, we ain't have all these smart toys. We ain't have all these video games that look like virtual reality simulations. I'm gonna tell you what we had. We had stuff like Legos. Anybody remember Legos? We had stuff like marbles. Anybody remember marbles? Crystal, you remember marbles? Appreciate that share, Crystal Clear. You remember marbles? Yeah, we got Bronx, New York in the house. We got Chi-Town in the building, Fresno, California. Yeah, but the question is, do any of y'all remember marbles? One of my mentors talks about how you can learn a whole lot from something as basic as a marble. Thank you for the shares. Appreciate that, Savita. Anybody remember marbles or Lego blocks? What I remember about marbles, y'all, and I'm going somewhere with this, but just check it out. What I remember about marbles is that during lunch, during recess, we used to call it, you was trying your best to trade off the marbles. It was a lot of fun trying to beat your friends in marbles, win their best marbles from them. But also, you ever remember seeing one of your buddies and they had like a really pretty marble and you was like, man, that's like gorgeous. And they never want to play with you with that one because they don't want to risk losing it, right? So they never give you the chance to win that one. They just hold on to it and show it off. So what do you end up having to do? You end up having to come up with a strategy, right? Instead of convincing them to kind of play you for it, yeah, keep it coming. Where y'all checking in from? Let's go Arizona. Let's go Hampton Roads. Let's get it. Instead of them playing you for the marble, they just hold the marble to themselves. And what do you end up having to do? You start trying to trade for it, right? So first you like, man, I give you any marble I got for it. And they like, nah. And then after that, you say, check it out, check it out. I'll give you 2 marbles for it. And they like, nah. And then next thing you know, you like, I'll offer you 3 marbles for just that 1 marble. Then 4 marbles, then 5 marbles. Man, they probably ain't willing to give that thing up till you done traded them 6 or 7 marbles, right? But they happy because they got the 7 marbles, and you're happy because you've given up 7 average marbles for 1 beautiful marble. Does that make sense? Yeah, you're probably watching from a Facebook group. If you were watching from my timeline, you would be able to share it. We ain't mad at you. We ain't mad at you. But here's a lesson, y'all. Whole lot of interactions that we have in life. You have intersections. You have these crossroads. You always have the ability to either go up or down. And those are where we make choices, right? We can add something to our life. Okay, we can subtract something from our life. We can exchange something for another. And the most successful people that I've ever run into on this planet, they know when to do which of those 3 things. They know when to trade off a dead-end career, right? To take the risk of starting a new business, They know when to exchange relationships that are kind of holding them back for another relationship that'll encourage them and strengthen them. Can I get a witness, y'all? They know when to add a positive new kind of habit, a positive new kind of point of view under what they got at the expense of the old one that wasn't getting them the results they wanted. Is this making sense, y'all? So we know when to give things up. We know when to exchange. We know when to add when we are successful. And in general, I believe that unsuccessful people make horrible trade-offs. Average people make very few trade-offs, and the successful, the world class, the elite, the top shelf, they make really good trade-offs. Is this making sense? Check this out, y'all. Write this down. We don't get what we want. We don't always get what we want, but we always get what we choose. Somebody give me that. Somebody give me that. We don't always get what we want, but we always get what we choose. I dare you write that down and then give me a share. We don't always get what we want, millionaires, but we always get what we choose. Is that a good thought for the new year? Is that something that imbues you with power? Right now, if y'all are ready for these hacks I'm about to give you, somebody give me a like and a share. But what I want you to do before you share it is I want you to type this in so that you log it away into your subconscious. We don't always get what we want, but we always get what we choose. I've made a lot of really significant trade-offs in my life, and I've come to realize that I got to be willing to continue making the trade-offs if I want to keep on growing. I got to continue making trade-offs if I want to continue creating my best potential. Does that make sense? Millionaires. When I stop making trade-offs, I'm going to be at a dead end in life, right? At the time I stop making trade-offs, that's the time I stop growing and start dying. Does that make sense? The day I stop making trade-offs is the day that my best days are no longer in front of me. At that point, all my potential is behind me. Does that make sense to somebody? Somebody give it to me. You don't always get what you want, but you always get what you choose. Let me see it. You don't always get what you want, but you always get what you choose. And then can you give me a share? We don't always get what we want, but we always get what we choose, Alan. And then can you give me a share, Morose? Can you give me a share, Dennis? We don't always get what we want, Miss Foster. We don't always get what we want, Daryl, but we always get what we choose. That's right, Chelsea. We don't always get what we want, but we always get what we choose. It's too true. It's too true, Savita. It's too true. I hope this is making sense to somebody, y'all, because I'm going to give you 5 trade-offs that maybe you should jot down in your power book that'll get you thinking to yourself, what kind of choices do I make? What kind of choices have I been making so far in this crazy life? Have you developed some kind of guidelines that help you decide what to strive for and what to give up? Do you have some kind of frameworks in your mind? Allow me this morning to give you 5 different trade-offs that I think can matter for you. I believe that this will help you start to establish the guardrails on that expressway of your life. You ready? Jot these down. Jot these down. This is important. Yeah, Michelle, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. If you mean that, you on your way. You on your way to your best year ever. Somebody give me best year ever in the comments. Affirm that. You know, you got a miracle right under your nose. It's called your mouth. Affirm, I am in my best year ever. I am in my best year ever. And I'm going to give you 5 different trade-offs that are going to help you do that. Somebody give it to me. I am in my best year ever. I am in my best year ever. And here comes 5 different trade-offs that are going to help you make that happen. Best year ever. Best year ever. Best year ever. Let's go. Best year ever. Let's get it. Let's get it. Best year ever. Let's go, Ezra. Happy New Year, girl. Best year ever. Let's go. Let's go. Miss Mac in the house. Okay. Best year ever. Best year ever. I love it. I love it. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Here's the first trade-off we're going to make. You ready? I'm willing to give up financial security today for potential tomorrow. Now, that's a tricky one. A lot of people are like, why would I give up financial security? That's why I'm working so hard. No, you're working hard for financial opportunity, baby. You know, if you try and chase security to its natural conclusion, you end up in maximum security. Where do you find maximum security, y'all? Where do you find maximum security? In a prison. Where do you find maximum opportunity? In entrepreneurship. So that's our first trade-off. I dare you type it in. I'm willing to give up financial security today for potential tomorrow. Check this out. Ain't no future in any job. This famous writer, George Crane, said that famously. Ain't no future in any job, y'all. The future lies in the man or woman that has the job. Do you hear me? Ain't no future in no job. You know, this is why I always remind you, it ain't just entrepreneurs that own businesses. And all business owners ain't entrepreneurs, right? Because an entrepreneur is somebody who's focused on pursuing opportunity without regard to the resources currently controlled. You hear me? Because I've always believed that to be true, I've always been willing to bet on myself because I know the man that gets paid for more than he does, the man that does more than he gets paid for, always ends up out earning the man that gets paid for what he. The man who does more than he's paid for always eventually ends up being paid for more than he does. I've never stopped believing that. I've never stopped living my life by that. And I'm telling you as clearly as you can hear my voice that if you're willing to give up that security for the opportunity, your life is on the right track. Millionaires, if you're willing to bet on yourself, and I've been willing to bet on myself so much that sometimes I've accepted financial risks or even pay cuts, right? To pursue what I believe. I dare you write that down and think about it. Here's the second trade-off I got for you. You ready? Here's the second one, right? Here's the second one. You with me, Kendra? Yeah, Adrian. Here's the second one. Here's the second one. I'm willing to give up immediate gratification for personal growth. At the point you do that, you're breaking the ties to this capitalistic system, this predatory system. I love capitalism. I just don't like the predatory nature. I just don't like certain emblems of capitalism and the way that they go predatory, right? I don't like that banks make billions of dollars off insufficient fund fees. I don't like it. But here's what I like. I like being willing to give up immediate gratification for personal growth. I dare you. Immediate gratification for personal growth. When it comes to growth and success, y'all, immediate gratification is almost always its enemy. Almost always, y'all. We can choose to please ourselves and plateau, or we can delay that gratification and grow. You hear me? We can please ourselves and plateau, or we can delay gratification and grow. I dare you write it out and then give me a share. I'm willing to give up immediate gratification for personal growth. Here's the third one. Somebody type that in and give me a share. Thank you, Jamie. Somebody type that in and give me a share. Appreciate that, Miss Deborah. Appreciate that, whoever that is coming in from the Facebook group, one of the Facebook groups. Let's go. Yeah, Morose. Yeah, Michelle. Here's the third one. I'm willing to give up the fast life for the good life. You know, somebody say, I took the long way, not the wrong way. You know what I mean? I took the long route, not the wrong route. You know what I mean? I'm willing to give up the fast life for the good life. Because we live in a culture that kind of idolizes the overnight success. We idolize the movie stars. We idolize the music stars. We drool over these opulent mansions, right? We idealize travel. This one right here, always on Instagram traveling. They always on a beach somewhere, right? And then our brain mixes that in with this other one that just got back from the beach. And then we come up with everybody's on the beach. Everybody ain't on the beach, champ. Some people are grinding. Some people are making it so that they can buy the beach. You get what I mean? Some people are making it so that they actually are celebrating when they go travel, not escaping when they go travel. You hear what I'm saying? But some people playing the lottery. I feel like I'm too young to play the lottery, baby. I still got plenty of time, plenty of space, plenty of opportunity to get it myself. But check it out. They do that if it means they get the chance to live the fast life that everybody seems to admire. Everybody seems to emulate. But most of that crap is smoke and mirrors. Man, I be seeing these dudes, they be driving one kind of car on Instagram, then you see them in real life. And it's like, I started to quote Jay-Z. I ain't even going to do it. I'm going to spare y'all. But this is why I feel like it's important for us to look at our priorities, right? I'm going to tell you, I think it's Albert Schweitzer. The cat you hear them quote in Strangest Secret. If you've ever rocked with The Strangest Secret from Earl Nightingale, he was like, he was a missionary and whatnot, right? And he was like, the greatest secret of success is to go through life as a man who never gets used up. One of the greatest secrets of success is to go through life as a man who never gets used up. To keep myself from getting used up, you know what I do? I try to create greater capacity in myself, right? I try to create more margin, more time in my life. You get what I mean? And that's what I mean by I'm willing to give up the fast life for the good life. In the beginning of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he tells a story about one father and son team that's carrying buckets back and forth between the well and the village. But then he talks about another father-son team that was building a pipeline. Oh, they started making money fast, but once their pipeline was finished getting built, their life became good because they could just turn a faucet on, get water at will, but now they can enjoy their day. Am I making sense? Say, I'm willing to give up the fast life for the good life. Here's the fourth one I got for you. I'm willing to give up security for significance. Significant other, right? I'm in the financial services game. So you ask me, significant means sign if I can't. Sign if I can't. You at least need a partner with good credit. Damn. That's a credit repair industry joke. Anyway, I'm willing to give up security for significance. That's a trade-off. You're never going to get anywhere interesting, always doing the safe thing. Does that make sense to somebody out there? Most people are capable of making a living, right? That's the safe thing. The significant thing is making a difference. Somebody say, I'm going to make a difference, not just a living. Somebody say, I'm here to make a difference, not just make money. You hear what I'm saying to you? Millionaires, the great men and women that you've ever heard of in history were not great because of what they earned. They were not great because of what they owned. Let me tell you what makes people great. What they gave their lives to accomplish. That's why I dare you to write out an accomplishment acknowledgement. I dare you and your kids sit down and jot down 10 things you accomplished this last year. Because every trade-off you make is a challenge to become who we really are. And if we do it right, we can create opportunities, y'all. We can create connections. We can create resources that help others become who they really are. It's wild when you become this messiah because of the message that you found in your mess. It's wild when you start to find all the testimonies inside your test, but it don't show up for you unless you're willing to give up security for significance. If you're willing to give up security for significance, it's a big deal, Kendra. It's a big deal. Yeah. All right. Here's the last one, y'all. I'm willing to give up addition for multiplication. I'm willing to give up addition for multiplication. Let's go. I'm willing to give up addition for multiplication. What do we mean by that? Then we're going to go do our affirmations. It's affirmation time right now. Start calling in. Start calling in right now. I'm willing to give up addition for multiplication. What do we mean? My attitude at the beginning of my entrepreneurial career is, what can I do for others? I've always been You got to serve before you deserve kind of man, right? But that's still addition. Once I began to learn leadership, my question changed to what can I do with others? Because if I do it for you, then I do it with you, then I have you do it in front of me, then what I just did was multiply. I just now created duplication. I want to encourage you to begin exploring and developing your leadership potential, your investment in others in a way that it has a multiplying effect. I'm going to tell you something. You'll never regret the time you spent helping somebody duplicate a process that now you'll never have to look at again. Most people, they try to take too many things with them as they journey through this crazy life we live in. They want to keep adding without giving anything up. All that's going to do is bog you down. That'll never work. You can't do everything. There's only so much time in a day. At some point, you're going to reach your limit. And here's what I want you to write down before we get out of here. If nothing changes, nothing changes. You hear me? So if you really want to win in this life, be willing to give some trade-offs. Repeat after me, millionaire. Say it like you mean it. I am so happy and grateful that money comes to me easily